are here for anything other than the announcement of Mrs. Holmes' retirement, yeah, go catch the bus. Anyway, it's a celebration, I don't think for anybody. For myself, and I think most people, it is bemoaning, is that a good word?
Good enough for me.
Okay. For the last couple of years, Mrs. Holmes has, and it's probably earlier than this time of year, has told me that she was considering not coming back. And of course, I always pull out all the stops, and I told her that it was her calling, and she said she would pray about it. And I'd always tell her, I've already prayed about it, and God told me that you're supposed to come back another year. By the way, this year was no different. That's the same message that I got. Mrs. Holmes is way too young to retire. I've done everything I could do to convince her otherwise. Okay, so now it's up to you today. Okay, we'll celebrate this, but the door is always open. I have a couple of quotes and comments, and so most of what I have to say I will direct to you. If I get weepy, it's not. I'm just like Dennis. I'm really tough. I never cry, and so I'll blame it on myself being tired. So. The first quote is from Patricia Cross, and she says, "The task of an excellent teacher is to stimulate apparently ordinary people to unusual effort. The tough problem is not in identifying winners, it is in making winners out of ordinary people." You've made winners out of ordinary people. I receive phone calls every year giving you accolades. Is that another good word? I'm not, my vocabulary is limited. Not only from, when I say national level, state legislators, organizations, veterans group, and those are all wonderful. But I think the best compliment that you're paid is when you have somebody said, "I wish I could have Mrs. Holmes as a teacher." And so I get that from both parents and from students. I mean, they always look forward to that. Bottom line, you develop a great reputation, and I think that is not only for yourself and what you do for kids here, and I think it ends up reflecting people come from other school districts to see what you're doing. But I think it's also our reputation as a school and school district. You contributed a great deal. I mean, there's years ago, I don't think that we were looked up as being, top of the line. Okay, I think because of your influence and things you do, great deal of recognition, and our kids come out of your classroom knowing what they need to know. Second quote. The best teachers teach from the heart, not from the book. If we've never had a conflict, never a disagreement, because you're so passive. Typically, it is over, curriculum types of issues. You're one of those teachers, if I handed you a roll of toilet paper and said, "I need you to teach reading or math or writing," you would accomplish that. But I think, anyway, it's never been the books. It has always been your heart. Anyway, I do appreciate you, and I am very sincere in this. I do pray about it, Tanya. And the answer is always the same. God tells me,